All right, we are back again, and we are going to play with the Light and Airy Designer Series paper again. And as I mentioned last night, it is a celebration item, and it's right here. It's 12 sheets, 2 of 6 different designs, and it is free with a $50 purchase before tax and shipping. All right. So we're just going to wrap our week up with paper. And today we are going to create a easel card with a window in it. So we are going to start with some, bubble bath, and it's 11 by 4 1/4. I'm just going to pull in my trimmer, and we are going to score it at, gosh, don't want to trim it. Let's get rid of that. 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. All right. So here is our normal card base, and again, the paper is crooked. Ay, ay, ay. It's starting to get annoying. Let me trim it. So that is the second half. So you cut your 4 1/4, and then if you don't measure the other side, it's off sometimes. All right. So we scored it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So we're going to fold it and burnish it at our 5 1/2. And then at the other score line, we're going to do the same thing. We are going to fold it. Now, depending on if you're looking at it this way, it's a mountain, or if you have it open, it's a valley. All right. And that is our card base. Hey, Karen. 30 degrees and cloudy. We had rain. Hey, Dew. And it is 40 degrees here. We had some rain. It is very cloudy, but we'll take it. It's better than snow. All right. Next, we have a piece of bubble bath that is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And this is so it fits the front of our card. All right. Then we have that DSP 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to grab some glue. I'm just gonna, this one might have some. My glue bottles are running on empty. So we're going to adhere this. Oh, got a little bit in there. I'm just gonna put some in the center there. And we're gonna adhere this to our 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 layer. And we're just going to make sure that it is on here and it's centered. All right. So that is that front piece. Now, before we adhere it to the front, we are going to take, and let me see what I did with it. I just had it. We're going to go with those countryside corner dies again. And I am going to lay it on the front of this card. Let me just get the end. Here it is. Of my washi tape. All right. So we're going to just center this in on this layer. And I'm going to add a piece of washi tape. I'm going to run it through the cut and emboss machine. I always get worried that it's going to cut off completely. I take off this washi tape very carefully. All right, so now we have a window on our front page. We are going to now come over here, pull our card base in. Thanks, Stu. And we are going to adhere it to the bottom piece, okay? So we're just going to add some glue around the outside. Can you see how I did that? And we're going to take this piece and we're going to line it up on the front of the card. Just want to make sure that is adhered really well. And then we're going to open it up, all right, and lay it flat. And we're going to take that same die and we are going to lay it in that opening. I'm going to grab that washi tape again. Just want to make sure it doesn't stick to my card front. All right. And I'm going to run it through the cut and emboss machine one more time. And I would pull that monstrosity onto my table, but my plates are old and disgusting again. I have to replace them. Just pull this off carefully. I don't want to ruin the designer series paper. All right, so here's that piece that we cut out of the center. All right, just like that. Next, we're going to take a piece of, and this is a nice easy card, piece of basic white, and this measures 5 1/4 by 4, and we're actually going to grab some seal and we're going to use seal to attach it to the inside of the card. And like I always say, if you can get 3 sides that look like they are on there pretty straight, the rest should go good if you cut it out properly. All right, so here is the front of our card. Here is the piece that goes on the inside. Now we want to stamp this with a sentiment. And I think this time, hopefully, nope. I think I'm going to grab "Thanks for Making Me Smile." And I'm putting the sticker on it so it lays, so I can at least try to get it on here straight. You know, when it comes to sentiments, oh my goodness. And I'm going to do it in, let's do it in Misty Moonlight. Oh, pull out the Misty Moonlight that's in the flowers. And I'm going to use this as a scrap just to try and see if it is, and it's not. So we have to turn it a little bit. All right, that looks good. I got some ink on my hands. So we're going to put this right about here. So we got "Thanks for Making Me Smile." And we're going to grab some dimensionals. All right. And we're going to turn this over. Let's add some dimensionals. We want to make sure that this stays adhered to the inside of the card. I'm just going to see where my pokey tool disappeared to. Here it is, buried, of course. And I'm just going to pull off these papers. Come on. And pull our card back in. Now, you want to make sure that you have it opening the correct way so we can lay this piece into our card. And we're going to set it in right where the opening of the front is. And we're going to adhere it just like that. All right. And then, of course, I ended up fussy cutting some more little birds. They're just so sweet. And I am going to add them to the front layer of this card. Now, we don't want to adhere it to our sentiment. We just want to adhere it to the frame. All right. So I am going to add some glue to the leaves. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't add any glue where I don't want it. So we're going to adhere this to the front of the card. Like I said, we don't want to adhere it to the sentiment. And then we're going to take the other little bird and add it to the top. And we're going to now, if you wanted to scoot this over, you could. All right, so now we have our little birds on the front. Let's grab a couple of gems. I just saw a piece of fuzz. There's one. All right, so we decorated the front a little. You could add a ribbon if you wanted. And then when you open up this card, and we got to get it used to, so we're going to open it up, and it sits right behind the sentiment, and then it has a window. All right, so it closes up just like this, and it's decorated. Like I said, we could add a little ribbon to this. Why don't we do that? Let's finish it up. Oh, cut the ribbon too short, of course. No worries. I'll just use my pokey tool to grab that end. All right, so we got a little bow. Oops, my finger got stuck. And we're just gonna cut those out. Let's grab a glue dot. And I think I'll add it right here. We have this gem right there, so I'm going to just take that up for a second. Add our bow I'm going to move it up here. All right, so now it has a pretty little bow. Thanks, Karen. And like I said, when you open the card, it has your sentiment inside, but you can fold it and have it so it is an easel card with the window in it. All right. So just another quick and easy card. Next week, I'm not really too sure what we'll be playing with. I'm going to have to look to see what I have. So having great rest of your Friday. Thank you, Liara. Have a great rest of your Friday. Hope the weather turns out nice or the sun shines on you. And I will have a PDF for this card probably in the morning. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Karen. Yes, you also have a great, great weekend.